So check it out. I bought one of these crappy Harbor Freight lifts. Um, I bought it at the Harbor Freight Memorial Day sale. I did have a 25% off coupon, which Harbor Freight was very helpful at not allowing me to use my 25% off coupon. They said it wasn't valid on a lift, so I got to pay full price for a Harbor Freight lift. I can remember when these used to sell for like $250, $300 on sale from Harbor Freight. I got to pay $640 for mine. So I got it home, I uncrated it, I set it up. It seemed pretty sturdy setting it up. Some tips I will give you is when you unbox it, it is on wheels, so roll it where you want to put it, and then make sure that you put the little wheel lock things. These things will get the wheel off the ground, and it'll keep the lift from moving when you load the bike onto it. I will tell you also that this wheel lock, the wheel chock that they give you with the lift, is absolutely useless. If you have a sport bike, that wheel chock, when you clamp it down, it will catch a rotor. So my advice to you is leave it off. Get yourself a different wheel chock. There's a lot better wheel chocks out there that will work with your Harbor Freight lift. I did put on this wheel stop. It has somewhat come in handy. When I have used this lift, I've used it 3 times already since I've owned it, and I've had it Friday, Saturday, and today's Sunday. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. Memorial Day sale. I got screwed by Harbor Freight. Thanks, Harbor Freight. But anyway, I have used that wheel stop. I have used the tie downs. Make sure you have your tie downs on. And you do see white. That is white Flex Seal tape. The first time I rolled up on this thing, the dropout plate did come out of that hole. I never plan to change tires on this lift. I bought this lift mainly to get Ducatis up in the air so I can do the belt and valves on them. I'm old now, and I just want to be able to stand at a motorcycle and work on it instead of bending over. But I'm still in good enough shape that I can pull the wheels off of a bike when it's sitting on the ground. You do see the bar. This is the safety bar to hold your Harbor Freight lift in place, and I'm going to touch base on that one in a minute. First, I'm going to load a bike on it, and I'll show you how easy it is to use this lift putting a bike on. So here we go. This is my pride and joy right here. For those of you watching who don't know what this bike is, this is a 2008 Ducati 848 Superbike. This 848 has 66,000 miles on it. So once you have your bike on, what I do is I use a pit bull stand. So I have a pit bull stand that will fit pretty much every bike ever made. But because I want to get the bike up in the air and have it manageable to work on, the pit bull stand does a great job at that. So with the pit bull stand up, the bike's on the Harbor Freight lift. It's probably safe like this, but I don't trust it. I don't want it to fall off. So I do use tie downs. So I have a regular tie down and I have a ratchet tie down. to take my regular tie down and I'm just going to come up on the foot peg and I'm going to hook it into the front loop on the lift, and that'll keep the bike from rolling backwards. And then I'm going to take the ratchet strap and I'm going to put the ratchet off the back of the bike, but I am going to take the hook and I'm going to hook it above the foot peg and I'm going to hook to the back of the lift. And then as you can see, the bike is pretty well in place right now. I mean, it's pretty good right there. It is, kind of tipsy on the other side, but that's all right. I'm mainly going to be working on the right side doing the belts, but I need to have the bike kind of secured while I lift it up onto, while I lift this bike up in the air on the stand. So now when you see the lift, it's pretty solid when it's on the ground. However, some of the negative reviews I saw were complaining because when you get the Harbor Freight stand up in the air, it's kind of tipsy. When it's all the way up, it wobbles pretty good. So this is pretty much the lift all the way up, and it's actually not too bad right now. With my other bike that I had on here the other day, it was wobbling pretty good. But this is your safety bar. And your safety bar goes through either one of those two holes. In the bottom hole, you have your lift all the way up. In the second hole, your lift is about this high off the ground. So once you have that safety support in place, you want to lower the lift. So you slowly just push this back pedal. You see, it scared the crap out of me. I don't like it when it goes down that fast. But it won't go. It'll only go down so far. But once you've got your bike down to where it's on that little brace there, that safety, you've let all the pressure off of your pump. Because all you have is this jack that raises and lowers it. So if you have your bike up on the stand, and say you took your bike apart, and it's going to take you 4 or 5 days to get parts in, and you leave your lift with all the weight on your jack, chances of you blowing the seal are pretty good. It's better to put it on this safety bar and allow your jack to release all the pressure. And as you see, this table is very solid with it on the safety bar. But this is what the underside of the Harbor Freight lift looks like. And it is, structurally, it looks pretty good. I mean, I'm happy with it. I read a lot of complaints that the pump blows out. I'm not going to be happy about that if my pump blows out. But I have read quite a few complaints about that. I'm hoping if I use that safety bar that maybe I can get a few years out of that pump. And then, like I said, I heard a lot of complaints about people saying that the table was wobbly once you got a bike on it. Well, if you put that safety bar in and lower the table down, that wobble absolutely goes away. And then as far as working on it, there you go. Somewhere in my mayhem, as you see, I'm in a new shop. Any of you that have followed my old videos, I'm in a new shop now. So I have a little bit more room. I have an area where I can get a bike on a lift, and I have room up above. My ceiling's higher here. I've got a 10-foot ceiling. But yeah, I mean, I figured I'm in a new shop. I might as well get me a lift table. Yeah, I'm finally due. So if you're thinking about getting a Harbor Freight motorcycle lift, personally, I'm going to say do it. I don't get any kind of kickback whatsoever from Harbor Freight, so don't think that they're sponsoring me or anything. I did have to pay $640. They would not give me any kind of discount whatsoever. I'm even a member of the Harbor Freight Tool Club, and that got me nothing. But yeah, I'm happy with the lift. It beats working on the floor with pit bull stands. I do love my pit bull stands. If any of you guys are out looking for motorcycle stands, if you don't want to pay the full price, a pit bull stand is about $250. You can often find them on Marketplace for about $100. The other day I saw 2 of them for $100. So yeah, look into pit bull stands. Pit bull stands are amazing. Another good deal that I found recently is this Craftsman chest at Lowe's. Online, this 2-piece Craftsman set was $1,300, and in Lowe's in the store, I walked away with it for $850. And I got to say, this was one of the better purchases I've made. It does have this nice sticker here, made in the USA with global material. Trust me, it's all Chinese. It's all Chinese. They might have assembled it or something here in the US, but that is absolutely a Chinese cabinet. It's even stamped Chinese. Those wheels said made in China. And then another tip, if you get yourself a table, I bought this crappy Yukon cabinet from Harbor Freight quite a few years ago. And most cabinets, here's what the cabinet looks like with the wheels. You have 2 wheels that only go one way, and then you have 2 wheels that swivel. So make your cabinet turn any way you can. So I put swiveling casters on all 4 corners, so when I'm working on a bike, I can have this near me when I'm working. I can put my parts down on the table. You see, I got belts from a Ducati that I did this morning. I've got all my magnetic trays so I can put my screws in. I have my belt tools laying here. So all is well. I can pull a Ducati apart. I can put parts on this cabinet. I have a cabinet in the corner that I put parts on, and I get them out of the way while I'm working on the motorcycle, and it just makes it a little bit more efficient. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. I do make a couple cents, like very little bit of money, off you guys watching this video in its entirety. But like all the other YouTubers that are out there, we really appreciate you, interacting with us, giving us a like, subscribing. It helps us and it gives us motivation to make more video and give you better content. If our bills are paid, if YouTube, Google is helping us pay some of our bills so we can afford, toys like this, then all I can say is thank you, and I will keep making content and working on motorcycles so you guys can get the answers to the projects that you're working on. Again, thanks for watching my video, and ride safe, you all.